Hey everybody! So welcome to the Tarotscope for November 6th through the 12th, 2017. I'm Brandy Joy and I'm your host for the evening. So let me just get the tarot cards out and let's see what's in store for the week for everybody. How is everyone doing, by the way? How was that full moon, Taurus full moon over the weekend? I know it was pretty intense for a lot of people. We had the last... We're in the last square of Chiron and Saturn, which is very challenging and kind of promotes healing, you know? So it's an interesting energy. It's like, hey, don't you want to work on healing? Which is really nice, right? So in fact, I actually started doing a superfood smoothie around the full moon, actually. And it's very good, and it's actually giving me a lot of energy and stuff. And maybe I should post the recipe up for you guys. It's just cherries, blueberries, chlorella, which is a wonderful superfood algae, with almond milk, lime, ginger, chia seeds, matcha powder, and a little honey or agave. That's about it. Hello, good to see you all. We got some B's and C's. Cool. All right. I think tonight is the night that I can actually get back on groups at like 11:30 or 12 tonight. So for those of you that have been posting in the Tarot Masterclass Facebook community or Vibe Tribe community, I can finally get back into those again come late tonight or tomorrow. So I know that some of you have been posting questions and different things, and all I could do was like your status. So, all right, B, Elaine, huh? Okay, okay. Hey, Meredith. Hey, good to see all of you. Aw. Oh, what's the shade of lipstick? It's a Smashbox shade. Message me. I'll look it up. I don't know what it is. I'll have to look at it. I use a lot of Smashbox lipsticks. I like their lipsticks a lot. That and MAC. All right, you ready? If you'd like a personal reading, you guys, just message me. Ugh. Okay. Ready? Oh, you know what? Last time I did this, so I think I'll do it for you again, where I moved this down so you could see me pulling the cards here. You can probably see that, right? Oh, here we go. Push it back. There we go. All right. So now you can kind of see me picking the cards. So let's do A. Nice. You got the World for my A's. What is your advice card? The Hermit. Okay, that's for my A's. We'll read those in a few minutes. And how about B's? Ooh, I'm feeling something right over here. Two of Swords, B's. Two of Swords. And let's look at your advice cards. Right there. Ah, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. C's. Ah, the Death card, C's. Very interesting. And advice card. Here we go. Eight of Wands. A wonderful 8, our favorite number. Goes perfectly with that one, actually. Our Scorpio card. Okay. All right. Ah, good evening. Good evening. Hello. All right, you ready for your reading? So for my A's, we have the World card. So the World card, let me move this so you're not looking at the lamp. The World card signifies a whole new world of opportunity for you. Everything in life changes, right? And that's what this card symbolizes. It symbolizes change. It symbolizes that the only thing constant in life is change. So here we have the World with the 4 fixed signs in the corners, right? And those 4 fixed signs all have they're in the clouds, they have wings. It's very much about those fixed signs will always change. So even though they're fixed, everything in life changes. So that's what you're going through right now, is you're going through a lot of change. You're going through, this is the victory wreath, right? And she dances lightly. So this is like, you're at an end stage of your journey right now. And something in your life that's been very important, a big journey that you've been going through, is now like it's in its completion, right? And it's saying, hey, so now that you're kind of wrapping things up, this is what you have learned. And now it's time for you to move forward from whatever this completion, this big completion spiritually. You went through a big transformation. And this has been going on for the past probably year or so. And now it's like everything's coming to light for you. And it's like this Taurus full moon and everything is just kind of enlightening you in a lot of ways on what has been happening to you over the course of this past year or so. I know this past year has been very intense, and we talked about this last year about how, you know, it was just like everybody's going through all these spiritual changes right now, these big transitions, you know, and so this is a big transition time for my A's. You are in this mode of like really getting enlightened and awakened on your journey and why you've been going through the things that you have been going through. And so the advice card that you got ties in perfectly with this because it's the Hermit. And the Hermit, again, these are both major arcana cards. So this is like a huge thing for your life journey. This, like right now, you're in this transition and you're being very enlightened. And the advice is for you to really go within and to pull back from your social environment this week and to really go within and to really just absorb the energies, absorb the things that you have been learning into your reality right now and really integrate those into your moving forward, into your life's journey. Really integrate these things that you have been enlightened into, right? These things that have come to light recently, all these transitions and changes and all this crap that you've been going through, you really need to integrate that right now. So Spirit is saying, go within. You know, he's holding the lamp, and the lamp is the light, and he's like going within, and he's alone. You can see him on this icy mountain, right? And he's going within, and he has the staff of truth and the light of truth, and it's all about his own inner truth. So this is about spiritual seeking for you right now. This week is a time of spiritual awakening in so many ways, but it hasn't been easy for you, you know, and that spiritual awakening is just like, you're going to be starting something brand new coming this year. It's like, things are, and it's such a big transition for you, for my A's. You know, I think a lot of people are going through that right now. Astrologically, the weather has been very strange and very just like, and actually this symbolizes it pretty well, right? This is for my B's. So if you chose B, then this is your card of the week. And it's Two of Swords, and Two of Swords is about, it's about making choices, right? It's about your fate and your destiny and feeling confused about it, right? So this week is like a time of like, you need to tap into your intuition. You really need to, because this card is actually a card of confusion. You see the blindfold, you see how her heart chakra is blocked. And when your heart chakra is closed off, you can't really intuit things very well. You can't really hear very well. You can't really see the future so well. So you got to open up those chakras and open up that, you know, that whole area up here, right? All of this, you know, it's so important for getting the information. So this right here is saying that you got to tap in this week. You're feeling confused. You know, this is kind of a muddy waters type of week for you. You know, you're not quite feeling like clear on things. You know, you're feeling a little muddy, right? So this week is a good time, advice card here, right? 10 of Cups, really good time for you to connect with your soul group this week. You know, whenever we get this card, we talk about soul groups and we talk about connection and deep connection. In fact, it's funny, we were talking in class tonight about touch, the importance of touch, and how, you know, they've done those studies on how people actually die when they're not touched, right? Babies, you know, in orphanages and stuff that aren't touched, they die from the lack of touch. Touch is so important, you know, immediacy and just being close to people. So this week, I'm not telling you to be the hermit, bees. I'm telling you to go be around people, my bees. So if you're a bee this week, this is going to be a good time for you to kind of socialize and network and get out there around your soul group as much as possible. Just, you know, really get into the vibe of your tribe, get into the vibe of getting around other people and getting that, you know, closeness, that intimacy, because this is a very intimate card. You know, get with groups that you feel very connected to, whether these are yoga groups, whether these are, you know, just people that you know, are very close to. Maybe you've spent a lot of lifetimes with them. You need to connect, right? You need to connect this week, and that's going to really help you. All right. So bees, I know this is a muddy waters type kind of time for you. So just really get out there and connect this week. It's so important to connect with other people and to energetically just exchange, you know, energy. In fact, another thing with you know, touch and being intimate with other people and stuff, they have found that a student of mine was sharing with me a video tonight, and it was showing sports teams like NBA players, and they did a bunch of studies on it, and they found that the more that they touch each other, the more that the team touches each other, the better they actually do, the more successful they are, the better they play their game. So there's a huge correlation between touch and success, touch and just happiness. And so just being around people and being close to people is very important this week. So for my bees, definitely get out there, be around people, be close to people this week. And that's going to really help you to feel a bit better, because this confusion, you're just kind of blocked up, you know. So I would say do some tantric yoga, because that actually gives you a better vibe when you're around other people. It makes you feel more connected to other people, and you put off a more positive energy that way when you do tantric yoga. So practice some tantric yoga alone or with someone else. And then when you get out there around people, you'll have a much better vibe and you'll attract better people to you and everything. All right, so for my C's, we have the Death card. Right, and the Death card is a very Scorpio card. We actually did a whole video on the Death card about a week or two ago, right? And the Death card is a big transformation card. In fact, it's so funny. We were talking about that with the A's, and now the C's, you're also really feeling these huge aspects that are going on, and how we've just transitioned from Libra into Scorpio with Jupiter, and we have just all these really big aspects with Uranus and Chiron and all this stuff going on, Saturn. And so you are going through a huge change. You're actually in the process of new beginnings right now. So this is a time of passing through the door, right? So for my C's, you're passing through the door this week. You're feeling like, almost like, you know, you're probably in limbo. It's like, oh, okay, you know, I'm out of that, kind of. And I see it coming, but I'm not quite there. I'm kind of passing through the door. Right. So if you're a C, this is a passing through the door kind of week for you. You know, you're kind of leaving this behind and moving forward, and you can see it coming and you can see the changes, but it's like this little process you're going through. So this is a week of transition for you, you know, and really trying to let go and move forward. And so the advice card is perfect for you. It's actually an 8, which is perfect because these are together. These are both very much 8th house stuff. And death and transformation, Scorpio energy, the phoenix, right? So here we have the 8 of Wands, and Wands are spirits, and Wands are inspiration and the spark of life, right? So this week it's telling you that, yes, as you're passing through this door of death, you are on your way to moving forward very quickly. So this is a card of moving forward very quickly. This is swift action. So as you are passing through this, you might be freaking out a little bit, feeling like, oh, is this ever going to actually transition? Is this ever going to like finally just get through this door? And yes, it's saying you're about to start really speeding up right now. And you're going to, you know, as you feel this shift this week, focus on the future and not so much the past. Think about, what do I need to do? Because this is a card of action. What do I need to do to make this transition really happen? Do I just need to focus my energies, right? Do I just need to work and just pay attention to the now, right? What do I need to do to just keep moving forward very quickly? Because this is a card of moving forward quickly, and it's an advice card. So it's saying, keep moving forward, keep focusing on the future and what you're doing, because you are passing through the door. Don't let it linger. Don't look back. Don't sit there and focus on it. Focus on the future. Move forward. You're going through the door right now, my C's, and this is a good time for you. Death and 8, talk about transition, right? So C's, you're going through some big stuff right now. And that's a good thing, because it's nice to go through a transformation sometimes and to really transition from the life that you had and the reality that you had to something new and different, and to learn new experiences. And, you know, whatever it might be different people, it might be a different career. This is something big, though. You could be making a big move right now, like I am. And I definitely see that I'm definitely a C right now for sure, because I'm in that doorway myself, and I'm going through the doorway right now. So I feel you if you're a C. So awesome, you guys. So any quick questions about what's going on astrologically, or do you need a little bit more from the cards? How's everybody doing? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So you're feeling a little confusion. Yeah, if you picked 2 cards, then both of those readings will fit for you. So if you picked B and C, for instance, you're probably a little confused. You need to connect with other people, going through a transition, right? Just keep moving forward, keep focusing on the future. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. Yes, very crazy, right? Very interesting, very different. A lot of transitions right now. Yeah, it's a crazy time. Yeah, it's kind of wrapping up what was going on last year. And so there's been a lot of aspects that have been like, what happens with astrology is that you get these really big aspects that are slow moving planets that will kind of hit, you know, an aspect together. And then they'll kind of, one might retrograde and they'll hang out, and then, you know, they can do it again. Or another thing they can do, another thing with what's going on in the past couple of years, is that you have aspects that, for instance, Saturn and say, you know, Chiron or something, right? I'm just gonna make something up. But it'll go for like a year where you'll have like, it'll be here, and then it'll be in another major transition point here, you know, so it's like things are shifting, but they're the same energies, the same patterns. It's like it's trying to teach you something, you know, and it's the same theme in your life. You'll probably notice that these same themes keep getting hit. And whenever we have these big astrological events happen, it's like, oh, it's that same theme for you, because it depends on what house it's in your own chart, right? So I know I've had a lot of the same themes over the past couple of years, and I'm in a major transition as well. And I'm seeing that with a lot of spiritual people right now, a lot of big moves in life, a lot of big changes, a lot of big, you know, awakenings happening, you know, and just a lot of interesting stuff going on. It's really cool. It's really cool to watch, especially from the inside, right? When we do our meditation work and our channeling and really open up to spirit. So, oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, you're moving to California. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Very cool. I love California. Yes, Kathy, I agree. I had a really rough year last year as well. And you know, it's over, it's done, and now you're in transition and things are changing. And hopefully this next year will be a little more positive for a lot of us light workers, because a lot of light workers have been having a tough time. You know, it's been a time of like awakening, a time of like, hey, you know what you need to learn? Let's go ahead and show you what you need to learn. You know, and that's been tough for a lot of us, but it's been, you know, tough love, I guess you could say. So that you can help more people, right? And that's what this is all about. When you're a healer, you're always learning, and you're always kind of learning things so that you can help other people and the world and just everything, right? Animals, whatever it might be, raising consciousness, ascension. So, actually, you know, I watched a really interesting movie last night. I watched Arrival. If any of you are into like aliens and stuff, it's not really a big alien movie. It's focused on aliens, but it's more about language and spirituality. And it's more like a slow moving drama, and it's very it intrigued me. Like I was sitting there, I noticed I was sitting there like this the whole time watching it. It was very good. It was very like more of an intellectual, spiritual type of thing. And so I think that a lot of you being in this healing field and stuff, you would enjoy that movie. It was very interesting. If you haven't seen it, I suggest it. It's on Hulu. I watched it on Hulu. It's called Arrival. And it's about aliens, but not really so much. It's more about humanity. And it's very interesting. So yeah, Mimi, yes, I feel it for sure. Aw. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're focusing on your health. Yeah. Well, you guys, I'll have a wonderful week, and I will see you on Wednesday for your lesson, I guess we could call it, right? I always do a lesson on Wednesday night. I was trying to decide what to do. I had a few ideas actually, and I'll kind of think about it and consider what we'll do on Wednesday. I know a lot of people like the cord cutting one we did on last Wednesday, and I did the death card about two or three Wednesdays ago. We talked about the death card, and I'm not sure what we're going to do this week, but if you have a suggestion, feel free to post it in Vibe Tribe, and I will definitely consider it, depending on if I know about the subject or not, and if I haven't actually talked about it before. No, Cindy, actually, yeah. I don't yet. I have a few ideas, but nothing is set in stone. Love and light. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. I'm Brandy Joy, and if you're not following me, please do. And if you like my videos, please feel free to share them with your friends if they might like them. And I will see you on Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, as always, to talk about something spiritual. You want to talk about Ganesh? Aw. Okay. We can talk about Ganesh. Is there something about, oh, channeling. Okay, cool. Yeah, we could talk about channeling. Okay, cool. Yeah, light worker's tough, yeah. All right, thanks everybody. Y'all have a good night, and I'm loving the suggestions. Channeling is one of my favorite subjects. I did a webinar on that last year, actually. I do some workshops on that, and we could definitely talk about deities if you want. So, yeah. All right, good night everybody, and I will see you Wednesday.